1, 2. There we go. Yeah. Test yours.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
Let's go. Two, 1, 2. Yo. Welcome to the Control Room debut. I want to give a shout out to myself for being late. Niggas is always late. I was supposed to start this show yesterday, nigga. This shit started like what time we start? What time we started, Renee? This is some bullshit. Like we were supposed to start this shit yesterday, right? We mad late. Shout out to my man, Gary Fax in the building, Chinks on the boards. Can't forget Renee. Oh, my, yo, what's up, Faith? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We got Renee in the building. Royal Hustle in the building. You know what I'm saying? Just Royal? Oh, excuse me. Light skin is back. Okay, that's what we doing. You bringing light skin back? Okay, that's what's up, man. So listen, man. Welcome to the Control Room, man. I want to say shout out to my man Rock Logic and Robin and Gary D, of course. Gary Fax actually for giving me a shot for having my Control Room debut. The Control Room is the movement. We got a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? Listen, I got this battle getting ready to come out October 28th with the likes of Bugs, Babs, Bunny, you know what I'm saying, from Queen of the Ring, man, the Control Room, Volume 1. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. And I can't get no darker than this, so I'm a little nervous. If you see me get a little darker, nigga, this is what it is, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, man. So listen, man, let's get straight to it. I want to say rest in peace to Coolio. Right?
Definitely.
Legendary artist, man.
Yeah.
Legendary artist. I remember when he came out in '95 with the song "Gangsta Paradise." That shit was crazy, man. And my god brother was like 3 or 4 years old. He used to sing that shit all the time. And I seen this guy with this crazy looking hair, looking like fucking tree branches and shit, right? And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And he was just Coolio, man. I wasn't ready for him. He scared the shit out of me when I first saw him. As I walked to the valley, I was like, what the fuck with that fucking hair, nigga? What the fuck we doing, nigga? You know what I mean? Oh, listen, man, we got a special guest to get ready to tune in. Legendary comedian, man, on the rise, man, by the name of Just Pam from Jersey. She's running with the Plastic Cup Boys. She's out there really doing her thing. So she's going to tune in through the Zoom. I wanted her to come here physically, but I'm going to let her discuss why she couldn't make it physically and shit. You know what I'm saying? She had to... And, things happen. I'm not going to get into it why she can't come, but I will let her discuss that. But legendary comedian, man, Just Pam, she will be in the building in a few minutes, so I know she's looking on. Pam, thank you for your patience. You know that black people do not start on time, so this is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay. Give us a few minutes, Pam, but I got to talk my shit a little bit. So, I'm hearing different stories about P&B Rock.
Hold on, before we get into that, why don't you tell the people a little bit about you?
They don't give a fuck about me, nigga. I'm just another. All right, listen. When I was a kid, about 5 years old now, it's always a sob story. All right, listen, man. DOA, man. Listen, man. I'm a beatboxer, hip hop artist. I'm a comedian. I host battle rap events. I book battle rap events. Battle rap media. Comedian as far as media. Mm-hmm. Pretty much the jack of all trades, masters of all, nigga. And I work at a goddamn funeral home and shit. surrounded by death every fucking day. I'm tired of this shit, man. But I work at a funeral home and shit, man. I just love the culture, man. I've been doing this for I got in the game like officially when I was about 12, hopping the train. And I used to hop the train. Yeah, I was 12 years old, hopping the train, going to Hip Hop USA. My man Javon would grab me by my neck, was like, yo, you gotta get in these beatbox contests. I said, word? And he showed me a flyer with Biz Markie, Mixed Machine Wise. And hold on for a second. I got Pam calling me. This is what goes down in the control room, yo. We do nigga shit.
It goes live.
What's up, Pam?
Hey, can you tell me what the information is for the link? Cause my email won't let me pull it up from my phone for some weird reason.
I shout out to Pam. She got a ghetto ass email. Okay, so all right. How we do this? Cause she can't get into the link.
Copy and paste and send it to. All right, we're gonna have
You
to.
text it to me.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it to her. Right
Tell her
away.
we'll get it to her. Just give us a couple of minutes.
All right, I think she heard you.
I didn't. What you say?
Nah, he's gonna send it to you and shit. So
Okay.
all right, Queen. Thank you for your patience.
No problem.
All right. So this is what goes down at the control room. We ghetto as fucking. We ghetto as motherfucking here. She can't get into the goddamn Zoom. I sent to the motherfucking Zoom. She gonna call me right here and say, how you get into the motherfucking Zoom? This is some bullshit. And we started late. What the fuck? I need something to drink. You wanna get some liquor? Because you know what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna wake up butt naked directing traffic.
Oh no, water.
Nah, so I've been doing this for a long time, and I think I was officially, like I said, like 12 years old, hopping a train, and I tried to be a graffiti artist. I was fucking terrible at it. I was so dumb. I actually put my real name on the I was slow, nigga. I was stupid. I put dread. It was like toy, right? I did. I put my real name on the wall, right? That shit was terrible, man. Like, so I tried. Then I tried to be a pop locker, right? And my first name was Electric D. That shit was terrible, right? My shit was Electric D, right? My first hip hop name was Disco D. I was like 10.
Okay.
And I remember my first rhyme. You want to hear that shit?
Oh,
this shit was terrible. Because I heard Melly Mel. I said, Melly Mel, he was the shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Melly Mel. When I was walking down the street one day in my life, I saw this old man. He was beating up his wife. I said, oh man, you just don't care. You're beating up your wife. You're beating up your wife. You're beating up your wife because you're on welfare. And I paused for like an hour. I was like, oh shit. Right? I was like, yo, I'm going to be the next Melly Mel. So that didn't work, right? So that shit was terrible, right? And cats was souping me up. Back then we call it souping you up.
Yes.
They was like, yo, man, you the joint. Yo, you that dude. I was like, rah. That shit didn't work, right? So then I tried breakdancing. So after my back was hurting for like 5 weeks, that shit didn't work. So then, I don't know, one day, since I was like about maybe 3 to 4 years old, I used to do sound effects. Had Matchbox cars and I would play with it, doing sounds. Years later, Fat Boys came out. Then I saw Dougie Fresh in Beat Street, and I just started staying in the house practicing by myself. I was obsessed with beatboxing. And then I had a battle. My first battle was the dude named Axel, Spanish dude in Ravenswood. He was a beatboxer first. He was the first beatboxer in Ravenswood, and we battled. And the rest is history. Then my second battle was Craig G, Super Lover. See, the list goes on. And then I just started doing my thing, and I just started beatboxing. Then I landed my first commercial at 30 years old, with the Fresh commercial, and they got me allegedly as one of the 5 fathers of beatboxing. So shout out to Dougie Fresh, rest in peace to Buff from the Fat Boys, Biz Markie, rest in peace. Shout out to Eminard Rozelle, Scratch, my man Afra, can't forget Click the Super Latin, list goes on. So these are the legendary guys that I was running with, and I was on the come up. So, we can talk about me all day, but I got a guess, and I don't want to be rude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like, welcome to the control room, man. Like, this is what it is. We don't have a format today. We got some topics. You know what I mean? But I'm going to call this Negro Thursdays. That's going to be the trending.
Yeah, we got Charlie Piffington in the chat. He sends fire emojis. He says, "New wave, DOA, salute, bro."
Huh?
He says, "Pause." Disco D.
Yeah,
Crazy. Disco D is crazy.
Disco motherfucking D. Then that's her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to text it to her.
I got Pam in here.
All right.
We got Pam in the Zoom.
She's there.
She's here.
Okay, she's there.
Okay.
Just Pam
cool.
in the building. I
right.
can't see her, but okay.
We have Chris Knight up in Canada. She's in the house.
Nice.
We got MC Sticky.
Nice.
I love that crowd that we don't see. Like, it's like a million people clapping and we don't see him. Right? Shout out to my man Chinks wants to get on the board with the clap. Give a round of applause to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we got Just Pam. She's about to come through. You know, let's bring her in, man.
Go ahead.
Just Pam. Let's bring her in.
Let's do it.
Fabulous comedian. And what I love about her, she's not ugly. I don't interview or talk to anybody that's ugly to make your day go slow. I swear, no, ugly people always want to argue and fight. I can't stand motherfuckers. They're always begging for money. You know what I mean? Right? Ugly niggas like, yo, you got $5. Come on, man. You ugly, nigga. That's why you ain't got no bread. No, ugly people always want money. Am I lying?
That's a fact.
You never see a pretty woman like, how you doing, boy? I was wondering if I can borrow like $20. There always be some ugly ass shit. How you doing? I just want some money. I need some money. You got $5 I can borrow? I need $5. I got some money. Hell no, you ugly witch. Okay. Salute. How many people's in the chat? Like one or two? You know,
We got a few.
It's all good.
Charlie Piffington.
Make sure you share the live. You know, if you would like to.
So I think Pam's right. I think we ready with Pam.
Yeah, let's bring her in, man. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary, beautiful, sexy, one of the funniest comedians I know in the game, man. Her name is Just Pam from Jersey. She's running with the Plastic Cup Boys. She just hosted Caroline's the other day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enter Just Pam in the building. What's up?
Hi.
How you doing, Pam?
Hey Pam.
What's up, Pam? All right.
I bring her up further so people can see her face.
Yeah, when she talks, it pops up.
Say something, Pam, so people can see that pretty face.
I'm not gonna talk now because now.
Oh, there you go, Pam.
Now when they put the camera close, they're gonna be like, this her. It's like no.
Yo, first of all, salute to you, Queen. I appreciate you. You are actually my first guest in the Control Room podcast, so round of applause for that. So this is my partner, Royal Hustle. We got my man Chinks on the board, and we got Gary Fax. So Pam, so you just hosted the Carolines the other day, man. How was it?
It was dope. I hosted for Lawrence Killebrew, who also.
Oh yeah, Lawrence from Philly. Yeah.
Yeah. He also tours with the Plastic Cup Boys. So it was actually really, really good. It was a great show.
Well, listen, I gotta say this to you real quick, man. You know, listen, Queen, I watched you grow, and I remember our first show that we did together out in Jersey, and I was like, this sister is really phenomenal because your confidence level is crazy. You know what I mean? And you're likable. You have such a wonderful personality. Besides you just being funny, you're a very likable person, and you're very classy on and off the stage. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of your success.
Thank you.
So I applaud you for that, because there's not too many females out there that's really, you know, it's hard. You know, they used to say that comedy is a man's sport. I disagree with that. You have a lot of women out there putting in a lot of work, and you're one of them. And I think you're actually the only female that's actually running with the Plastic Cup Boys. Am I correct?
Yes, I'm the only female in my crew, and
So-
I kick shit. Hey.
Ow, you know shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And listen, a round of applause to yourself again, because you are not ugly. All right? Listen.
No, you are not.
You are not. Your name is Just Pam, but you are just beautiful, for real. You know what I mean? Not only as far as your physical appearance, but you have a very good spirit. You know what I mean? So tell me, how did you get started in comedy, man? Like, when did you start, and how long you been doing it?
7 years now.
7 years?
Nice.
Yes, 7 years now.
Wow. And you passed me. Damn, I got to get my shit together. Okay, so you've
I
been...
couldn't have passed you.
Huh?
I couldn't have passed you. How long you been doing it?
Shit. I've been doing it for a minute. I've been doing this since I was Disco D. Nah, I'm just fucking. Nah. I'll be honest with you. I actually got into comedy. I started with veterans. It was like back in like '96. But I didn't really pursue it like that because I was still in my hip hop mode. I got back in the game seriously in 2005, 2006. You know what I mean? 7 years and you putting in all that work that quick. So you're doing something right. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to. You know, I've been touring with the Plastic Cup Boys now for probably like 5 years.
Wow.
And I've been with them. So I was sitting around a table at my grandmother's house one day, and one of my cousins was just like laughing at something I said, and she just was like, "You made me pee on myself." And when she came back from the bathroom, she said, "You need to be on somebody's stage somewhere." So I've always heard that, but of course we always hear it. But for some reason, when she said it that day, it kind of hit different.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, huh. And I saw a friend of mine or somebody that I knew post a comedy flyer. And I was like, hey, just a quick question. Like, how do this even work? Like, what do you even do? Like, is it an audition or something? Like, what do you do?
Right.
Like, Pam, I'm going to call you right back. And he called me back in like 10 minutes and was like, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, be at 78 Lounge in Union. I was like, bitch, what? Wait a minute. I was just asking a question. Nigga. I ain't even write a joke. I just wanted to know what is the protocol.
Right.
And literally that next day, with no preparation, no nothing, I do this show. And my first comedy, I think I did like 12 minutes. And by the time I got off stage, it was already somebody in the crowd and was like, yo, I got this show coming up. I want to put you on it. And it just never stopped from that moment.
Give a round of applause for that. Let me tell you something. It's not too many stories like that when it comes to stand-up. Because most of the comedians that start out, they'll get on, they'll bomb, they'll be frantic, and then you have those on the side laughing, and then you may have some that may come to the aid and try to coach them. So you've been blessed from the start. How does it feel, running with the Plastic Cup Boys and being the only woman on the road? What's that experience like?
It's cool because I'm like the baby. I'm like baby sis, So, they, Naeem and Spank, I love both of them to death. They always look out for me. I always make sure, I'm good and, always looking out for me, and I really appreciate that. It's really it's like a family, when we get in there, we all talk shit and we laugh, we joke, get off stage. We'll be like, hey, you said this last week, but you ain't said this week. That was great. We talk about each other's sets and stuff. So, it's like a family vibe. So it's never weird. It's never, anything other than amazing. So I'm actually glad, to tour with them.
Listen, that's a blessing. Queen, let me tell you, listen, that is a serious blessing. Because not too many people that can get those opportunities like that. And when people do get opportunities like that, there are those that don't know how to take advantage of that in the right way. And you're on the right track, Queen. So salute to you again. I got to give you your flowers while you're on your journey. Are you getting into any movies? Are you acting or anything like that?
I can't hear you. Maybe you're not saying nothing. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ghetto room. This is some ghetto shit today. Nah, that's what it's all about. When you're dealing with when you're dealing with niggas. Okay, you're dealing with knockers. You know what I'm saying? No, I said, are you getting any acting, anything like that? It's doing it again. This is some nigga shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Like,
Yeah, that's the Zoom. The Zoom be acting up, man.
Oh, the Zoom?
For acting up. Every time, all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, they need to Zoom. We got Metro PCS in this motherfucker. That's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't even got Wi-Fi. We got hi-fi in this bitch. Can you hear me now, Pam?
I can hear you now.
All right,
This must be an intense question because every time you.
It's not really all right.
I'm curious.
So I'm saying to you, how you gonna do any motherfucking movies? You ain't some motherfucking acting. What the fuck are we doing here?
Oh, we got a project. I can't really talk about it yet because it's still in the.
It's in the projects. That's why. Right? I'm just fucking with jumping in.
But there's some projects, but other than that, I'm definitely trying to get into pretty much everything. What people don't really know about me is it's a lot of layers to me, and I don't mean the fluff. Like it's those layers too, but in addition to those layers. To me, it's like I just, I've been acting since I was 3. I've been on a stage performing since 3 years old. Doing Broadway plays and performances with my mom. I'm an extremely great dancer.
I be seeing you on IG doing it. I be seeing you and your daughter, right?
In my high school yearbook, I was like class clown and best dancer. So there's not a lot of things that I don't do. I roller skate, I dance, I teach Zumba, I act, I do comedy, I do everything.
You teach Zumba?
I act. I'm actually a certified Zumba instructor.
Nice.
Oh, really? Round of applause for that shit. I want to know. I didn't know that shit.
Of course you didn't, because I know the looks be deceiving.
I mean, shit. You know what? You know what, Pam? I need you to teach me. I need you to teach me some Zumba. Teach me the shit. Just can you? I need you to teach me the Zumba. Goddamn. That's you be getting them nasty old niggas. How you doing there, Pam? Teach me the goddamn Zumba. Goddamn.
Yeah, so there are a lot of layers to just Pam, and I really be trying to tap into. I'm trying to tap into everything. I don't really know what God has in store for me, but I don't want to miss out on any of it. So
you can't do anything without God first.
So I just try to tap into all of it. Something got to be the right knock.
Well, right now you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. So I don't know. I can just see you having your own like TV show. You just got that kind of charisma about you. Well, I can see you really having like your own TV show. I really can see that. You know what I mean?
Wow. So speaking into existence.
I can see you having your own show.
There we go.
Because you are just Pam. I'm just fucking with you. And you could probably teach Zumba on the sheet. I'm just fucking with you. You can't. Teach me goddamn Zumba, goddamn. And let me stop fucking with you. Yeah, so anybody, you have any questions you want to ask her? Being that you are a light-skinned woman like her, you're gonna have like a light-skinned conversation. You and Pam.
I don't know if that's a thing, but
exactly.
Nah,
you're bringing light-skins coming back hard.
Where did it go?
Oh, see, cocky shit now.
No,
where did it go?
Yeah.
Where did it go? You know when it started going down?
When?
Never. Light skin was always in. I ain't going front. Shout out to all the light skinned women. Free. You were Biggie, really big. Free. Oh, no free. Any questions you want to ask her?
Well, I don't have any questions at the moment, but I do want to commend you for your journey and where you're going. I've never met you before, but just hearing your story is very empowering.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey Pam, when's your next show and the people can see you?
Jesus, what's today? I'm actually in New York at Broadway Comedy Club. Sorry.
It's all right. We got a pit bull, a Shih Tzu. What kind of dog is it?
A Maltese.
Bring him on. Bring him on the show.
Give me noodles. Danae, give me dog.
I love dogs. I got a Shih Tzu. Well, it's actually my daughter's dog, but I don't want to paying for every motherfucking thing, but you know that's another story. All right, you gotta fix the Zoom because she can't hear shit.
So yeah, come here. Saturday I'm at Broadway Comedy Club.
What time?
5 doing a show out in New York, and then Tuesday I'm in Brooklyn. I don't even know the name of the spot, but I know it's in Brooklyn. Then October 8th, I am in Boston with the Plastic Cup Boys doing a show out there. I mean, I'm just out here, you know, wherever I need to be is where I'm gonna be.
It's all right. Answer the phone. Shit. This is Ghetto Thursdays. Shit. We started late. Dogs is barking. Zoom is all fucked up. Answer the goddamn phone. Take a shit. This is what it's all about. Shit. This is the control room. Anything goes in the control room. We're not perfect. We ain't trying. Oh, look at that dog.
Oh, do you see this?
So, for those that are tuning in for the first time at the Control Room podcast, let me explain something to you. We don't give a fuck. This is what it is. We here to have fun. We don't hide our flaws here. You may hear, and that's where it went. And then he, right? You're gonna hear all that shit, right? So this is what goes on. Let me see the dog.
You going now?
Oh God, I didn't get a chance to see the dog, but your dog is white. You can always come home, Pam. You can always come home.
It's a white fluffy dog, but yes. So
I may pull up. I may pull up to the show on Saturday.
That'll be great.
Cause I haven't seen you in a while. I may pull up, man, and ask for a couple of dollars. I need some money, and I'm just fucking up.
That'd be great. That'd be great. So,
No, what time the show starts again on Saturday?
At Broadway, 9:00.
9 o'clock. Shit, I'm gonna pull up.
Maybe I'll go too.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Yo, are you closing out? Are you hosting?
Nah, this is actually my first time doing like a one of the mainstream 9:00 shows at Broadway.
That's what's up.
Nice.
That's what's up. I haven't been to the Broadway Comedy Club in a long time.
Yeah. So
They still downstairs in the basement.
the last time I was there, it was in the basement, but apparently this show is supposed to be in the main room. I didn't even know they had. I was like, y'all got another room? Come here.
Yeah, they had they had one up, like, as soon as you walk in, it's like you go straight to the back. I mean, from what I remember. And then you go downstairs. That's the only rooms that I remember. And I think downstairs was that was the shit. That was like the biggest room that they had. It doesn't even matter at this point. You're doing your goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You press the button again and yeah.
Oh, there's him.
This is why.
And what's your dog's name?
Name is Noodles.
Noodles. I see why. This motherfucker's crazy. Just looking around and shit. What the?
Like a wet noodle. Stop. We don't do that. We black. Keep on.
So Pam, listen, let everybody know where they can, your social media, where they can find you, where they can locate you in the whole nine, all your social media. Let them know.
My Instagram is @IAM_JustPam. And my Facebook is Just Pam Comedian, but don't follow me on Facebook because I got like 800 friend requests that I'm never going to accept. So
I know that feeling.
I think they all hackers. So you can find me on Instagram, but I do want to just take this opportunity to just give a special, thanks to my parents. I'm pretty sure I had actually lost both of my parents when COVID happened.
No, Pam, I did not know that. My condolences to you.
Yeah, I lost my mom and dad.
Wow.
A month apart.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus. I'm so sorry, Pam.
Sorry to hear that.
My condolences to you. I'm so sorry.
And,
I did not know that.
During that whole journey, I was doing shows. I was still performing, so literally while my mom was in the hospital, they were having like Zoom calls with the family because we weren't able to see her. And I was on the road at that time with the Plastic Cup Boys doing shows. So literally it was like a Zoom call with my mom to say my final goodbyes, and then like 5 minutes later, it was like coming to the stage, just Pam.
Wow.
Wow.
And I had the I don't even know. Some of my most, I think, powerful performances were during that time. And when I got off stage and I kind of gave thanks to my mom, they were like, we would have never known that you were even, going through that. And, in comedy, a lot of times people don't ever know what it is that you experience. They always see me, I'm always smiling, so they always be like, oh my God, I just love her, but that was like a very difficult time. But through it all, I never canceled a show. I never missed a performance. It just motivated me to kind of go harder. So, literally, I think the day I buried my father, that night, I think I actually had a show. It was, so it took a different type of something that I never even knew that I had to be able to, do that, and when I really, really close to, both of my parents, but my mother, especially close to. So, and that one was a huge hurt because, like I said, she passed during COVID. So it was like, when I drove her to the hospital, it was like, all right, I'm going to see you later. And I never saw her again. That was the last time I ever saw or spoke to her, because they wouldn't allow us to, see her. And I wasn't allowed to talk to her after that. So, but like I said, I do this for her, and I do this for them. Anytime I feel like comedy is getting rough or, something is rough, I always think about what I overcame during the hardest time of my life, because that had to be the hardest experience I've ever had to go through. So at this point, you made me an orphan, in less than 30 days, I became an orphan. And it's nothing else that in this world that I feel like can hurt me, or there's nothing else in this world that I'm not prepared for, after dealing with that. So I feel like a lot of my success, I owe to my mom. So
shout out to you. Shout out to Just Pam. Shout out to Just Pam. I don't know if I could have done that. I don't know if I could do a show after, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying my last goodbyes.
Let me say something. Well, people fail to realize, as comedians, us comedians, we feel the most pain, especially when we at our best. When we at our best, we have a lot of pain. You see comedians on stage all the time laughing and joking, and because we giving you a service, and we have a lot of pain. A lot of us drink a lot. A lot of us do other things for therapy, right? But for this woman here, Pam, I salute you, because you're built different. That right there, that was like a green light for them guardian angels, which is your parents, to say, look, this is what you're made for. This is what you are. This is what you, that right there, that was the most weakest, that could have been the weakest moment of your life.
Right.
And you kept going.
Yep.
So don't beat yourself up. Don't let nobody tell you anything that you can't do. Don't let nobody try to discourage you on anything that you can't do.
That's right.
You are built different. And I must say, yes, Just Pam, you definitely are a star. Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Real talk. I mean, that's a story within itself. I mean, that's Jesus Christ. Wow. God bless you, Queen.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna end it like that. You can't top that. That was. Listen, that's a blessing, Queen, and I salute you for that. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing you this Saturday at 9:00.
All right.
Tell them again where you're gonna be at this Saturday.
Broadway Comedy Club in New York, October 1st, the 9:00 show. If you go to the Broadway Comedy Club website and click on October 1st, you'll actually even see my little face on the little thing for the pictures to click on. I was
That's what's up.
That's
That's what's up.
Excellent,
Round of applause for
excellent.
that.
That
so,
So let me tell you, you are the official. You ordained my show.
well, thank you.
You ordained my show.
Thank you.
All the buttons, press all that shit. Every damn button. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Glory to God. I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing.
So shout out to my nonprofit organization, Cry Happy Tears. And shout out to my partner, comedian Eli Rich. Shout out to the Plastic Cup Boys. That's it. That was all my.
You talking about Eli out in Jersey?
Not Big Eli.
Oh, not Big Eli. You said Eli. I forgot. Yeah, okay. My bad.
Comedian Eli Rich.
Okay, salute to Eli Rich. I thought you were talking about Big Eli. That's my dude. But salute to Eli Rich, though, man.
Oh, up to him too.
Yeah, salute to him. You know what I mean? So, all right. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you. And, Queen, thank you for ordaining the Control Room podcast. Thank you. You are the first official star to
I
do
am
this.
underscore just Pam. It's I am underscore just Pam. I only got like 10 followers. So be my
I'm gonna.
That's just Pam, y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pam. Salute to you, Queen.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Later.
All right.
Just Pam once again, man. Gary, did you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that something that you said. I mean, comedians go through a lot of pain and sort of give so much, and people would never think. And I think one of the perfect examples is Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I think, to find, for what happened to him,
Yes.
like everybody, like I think it caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody off guard, because here it is. Every time you saw Robin Williams, he was happy. He had all these roles that were very funny. So, you would never think he's suffering silently, right? And it just, I think it just shows that you have people that are so dedicated to their craft that they want to give to their fans, even though that they're suffering. And I think for just Pam, I think it's amazing, because the majority of the people would have took a break.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
The majority of the people would have took a break, which rightfully so.
Yeah.
Right? Because we all need a time to mourn.
Right, definitely.
But then, as you said, there's some people that are built different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And sometimes your best work can come from something like that, right? As how crazy it may sound,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Yeah. I mean, I had lost my father this year, back in February 21st. And I had gotten booked at Hip Hop Boulevard before he passed.
Right.
And Royal calls me. She says, well, DOA, if you want to cancel. I said, nah, I'm good. And if I had not come to that show during my vulnerable stages, I wouldn't be sitting here right now with you guys. Because of that show, a lot of things transpired.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, comes a time in our lives as we get older, we're going to be losing loved ones,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
And it's something that one thing that we're guaranteed is death and taxes. You definitely going to die, and you definitely going to pay them taxes.
Right.
But the show must go on, right?
Yeah,
go on.
definitely.
So you try to surround yourself with family and friends,
Yeah.
dogs, like noodles, right?
Yeah. Right.
Licking your face. You start running into people that's like, give me some money. They got to keep you going. You know what I mean? So this is what it is, man. So salute to Just Pam. And
Absolutely.
I will advise anyone out there, like, listen, when you do lose a loved one, you're going through something, you know what I mean? It's really try to have a support system. A lot of people don't have a support system, so you don't want to go on the deep end. Reach out to someone. Don't close up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just try to make it happen. You know what I mean? Because you can't do things on your own.
No, you can't. You definitely can't.
So right now I'm looking through my phone.
Okay.
So I can remember these topics, right? This is Ghetto Thursdays, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Coolio, of course.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, she was dating him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was dating him. They've been together for about 2 years. So she's and interestingly, earlier in the summer when my artist Bobby T was here, she was supposed to be in New York City to come and do stuff with Bobby T also, but she was on tour with Coolio.
Wow.
But she, he treated her like a queen. Like, so she's devastated. Like, she's devastated. And it's and I feel for her because here it is in the last 24 to 48 hours, his face is popping up all over the place. Right? So for someone that you were in love with, here it is every time you turn on the TV, you scroll on Instagram or what have you, his face is popping up. I mean, everybody's giving their condolences and stuff like that, but it's, so I do feel for her in this time, but it's definitely something that's she's going through something, a difficult time now, which
right. Once again, man,
she didn't expect, and apparently from what I'm hearing, it was cardiac arrest.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
because a friend of his, I'm not sure if they was at his house, but he had went to the restroom.
He was at a friend's house. Yeah,
he was at a friend's house. He went to the restroom and he never came out.
Yeah.
So, from what I was reading, they said it was probably some underlying medical conditions that occurred, but so it was cardiac arrest.
So that's what I'm understanding.
So listen, I don't know what led to his cardiac arrest because things happen, but I will talk to all the black men real brief, or men period, but especially black men and Latino men of color. Go to the doctor. I'm a victim of it. I don't like going to the doctor. Because men, we're dumb. We're stupid. Your arm could be cut off. I ain't worried about it. Just a little blood. Your arm is off. Go to the doctor. You know what I mean? I'm going to the doctor in a couple of months. You know what I mean? To get checked out. So, especially when you hit 50, right?
Yeah.
Right. Go to the doctor. I know you feel good. You may look good. You know what I mean? If your feet is swelled up, don't put ice on it. Go to the fucking doctor. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be like, nah, ain't nothing. My feet just big, ain't nothing. I probably have some salt. Nigga, you're about to die. Go to the doctor, yo.
Yeah.
Niggas be walking around, yo, I can't really see that well. Nigga, have somebody drive you to the doctor. Fuck we doing, nigga? You know what I'm saying? The niggas is stupid. Go to the doctor, get yourself checked out.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's so true.
We got blind people walking around in the street. You can't go to take yourself to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, true story today, right? Elderly woman comes in, right? I'm like, she had to go to the office. I said, go up, make a left, go up the stairs. Oh, listen, darling, I can't really see it that well. I said, excuse me, ma'am, did you drive here? Well, yeah. I said, you drove here and you can't see that well? I said, what the is wrong with you? Are you out of your mind? I'm trying not to curse. We do all sound effects here, ladies and gentlemen. I said, if I be a son of a, you know what I mean? So just go to the doctor because, like I said, I'm stubborn. You know what I mean? And I will say this. Excuse me. I will say this. I think I'm getting COVID. Sorry, I fucked up now. The niggas fucked up. You got it. It's COVID Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. It's COVID Thursdays.
No, we're not doing COVID.
Call me Old Dirty Baptist is in the building. Old Dirty Baptist is in the building.
And there's some Lysol wipes over there, so.
All right, I'll get some Lysol wipes.
I want to give a shout out to Michelle, who's in the chat room. Michelle Marie, she's in the chat room, so she's checking out the show.
Salute to Michelle. Mm-hmm. Thank you for tuning in for the Control Room debut.
Also,
podcast.
shout out to NY Piffy. He says Royal Hustle. Salute.
Oh, that's my dude, Piffy. Harlem in the building, Piffy. What? That's my partner, man. That's my That's actually one of my partners, man. You know,
Got Charlie Piffington. He says, "Damn, Pam got a beautiful voice."
yeah.
We got we got Davy Dex. Davy Dex. He says,
Davy
DOA.
Dex.
He says, "Congratulations, my brother. That was your father's gift to you."
Oh, thank you, Davy Dex, man. Listen,
That's a great way to look at it.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
word. You know what? Thank you, Davy Dex. I appreciate that. For those that don't know who Davy Dex is, right? Let me explain to you. Shout out to my man, New York Piffy, man. Harlem Stand Up. That's one of my partners in Battle Rap Corner. We do each and let me just say this real quick. Shout out to my partners, Piffy, New York Piffy. You know what I'm saying? D-Rock. You know what I mean? Can't forget Zaire, aka Battlethon, in the building. You know what I mean? We do Battle Rap Corner each and every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on my IG at the Control Room. Right? So yeah, make sure you're tuning in each and every Sunday.
It's Bishop Jake's time for me.
Huh?
Bishop Jake's time for me. That's why I don't get to get it in here.
So for those that don't know who Davy Dex is, right? This is a true story. This shit is hilarious. Let me tell you how small this world is. So my man Davy Dex was actually my best friend, who I knew since I was 5 years old. We had big heads and little bodies and shit. He was signed to AV8 Records and Strictly Rhythm Records.
I know AV8. I used
Right.
to work at AV8.
Okay.
We got Zaire in the check, and he said, "What's good, brother?"
Zaire, what's up, bro?
Salute to my man Zaire, Battlethon. These are all my people that are down with the Control Room. Right? These are the people that you don't see.
Piffy say every Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
Each and every Sunday, Battle Rap Corner on my IG at the Control Room. So, a couple of weeks ago, we was all outside. You remember we was all talking to Rock, and Rock was talking about how he got his deal.
Yeah.
Somebody had sampled his
Yeah,
music
yeah,
and yada yada yada. So, excuse me, COVID, right? So listen, I'm fucking with you. I'm joking. I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you. Glory to God, old dirty bastard. So Rock is telling us the story. Shout out to Rock Logic, right? AKA Sticky, right? So we outside. He's sharing how somebody had his voice, his music, and stuff like that, right? So for years, right, my man Davy Dex, she's not playing. She actually, I was just playing. I don't have you. Is that better? I'm just playing. Is this better? Okay, the wipes. Shout out to Royal Hustles, making sure that she don't catch COVID. You know, this is what goes down at the Control Room. You get COVID, you start late, everything's all fucked up, right? All right. Let's get serious. Now, so Rocky's telling us the story about somebody sampling his voice, his music, or whatever. He goes inside the record label. He says to the guy, "Yo, listen, you sample my shit. It was my bread. Boom, give him some money." And it happens to be Davy Dex that sampled his shit. Shout out to my man Davy Dex. And for years, Davy Dex, right, has made phenomenal music. And he thought that he was the reason that Fat Man Scoop got his deal, but it was actually Rock Logic. So Davy Dex is my best friend.
Wow.
We did a lot of things together growing up, and all these years, whoever thought that would be Rock Logic that he stole music
You
from?
never know. And it was Mark Petricone who was the owner of AV8, because when Rock had went up there and was like, "Yo, man, you putting out this record? This is my stuff.
Yeah,
I want my money."
yeah. You know, and David been wanting to, he wanted to do music with Rock. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make that happen, introduce those guys. You know what I mean? So we're going to make that happen. You can do a round of applause for
Look
that.
at that. Life comes back full circle.
It does.
Exactly.
It does. So Davy Dex, you tuning in? We got you. You will be up here soon. New York Piffy, Battlethon, aka Zaire, or Zaire, aka Battlethon. Salute to you guys. You know what I mean? So so we how much time did we do? We did over an hour.
No,
are we hour in yet?
We got about 5
minutes to 55 minutes we've been running.
55 minutes. Okay, so let's you know what, we can do these topics. I want to say something real quick though. DJ Academics.
that too.
Let's talk about it real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Now he's talking about how a lot of old school artists are old and dusty. So he goes in a Breakfast Club and he revamped his.
He backpedaled. That's what he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about it.
I mean, he went on the Breakfast Club to supposedly explain what happened, and his thing was, oh, people are taking it out of context. Here was it. I did a 4-hour show, and this is all they took. Well, I heard it, and I heard exactly what he said, right?
Yeah.
So now, he could have worded what he said differently, but he chose not to, right?
Right.
Look how LL came at him. I think everybody that made a video coming back at him, we all understood and heard the same thing.
Right.
Right? So, but for him to say what he said, calling these old school artists dusty and more so because if they didn't make any money or they not no millionaires, then it's like it doesn't matter or they didn't do anything. I think what he fails to realize, there's so many people who put blood, sweat, tears, and their life for this hip hop culture.
Facts.
I have a few friends that died, right, because of this, right? So, for him to sit there and say that, oh, if you didn't make any money or you're not a millionaire, then it really doesn't matter or something like that. Everybody that's big or multimillionaire didn't do it by themselves.
No, they didn't.
Jay-Z, Russell Simmons, Puffy, all of them. Trust me, and I know the stories, right? I know how they got to where they get.
Right.
None of them got it. None of them got it by themselves.
Talk about it.
But one issue is that a lot of them don't reach back and pull.
They don't.
And that's the problem.
They don't. Let me tell you. Back in the days, there was a guy by the name of Kirk Burroughs. Kirk was the one that started him and Puffy started Bad Boy Records. Puffy wound up cutting Kirk out.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And people still do stuff like that.
Yeah, Kirk. No, listen. Kirk had 20% of Bad Boy Records in the beginning. Like we all had, we all had the same business managers. Bert Padella was their business manager, was my business manager also.
Right.
Right? So Kirk did a lot of stuff for Puffy in the beginning. He was the business guy that made sure all the shit was together.
Right.
Then when stuff got going, Puff starts to, do his shit and basically cuts Kirk out of Bad Boy to a point where even when he was dealing with Mary J turned on Kirk.
Really?
Right? So now, here it is, how many years later, Puffy is this multi-millionaire, and I'm like, wow.
And look at all the artists.
And this so Kirk rightfully should have some of that money.
Right.
Right? So, and I just bring that up to say, a lot of these people who are front and center didn't get there by themselves.
Right. Yeah, they cut the people out.
They cut a lot of people out. Like, I could tell you stories, bro, of people that got cut out. Like, that's the stories that a lot of them don't want to hear.
Right.
Right? So they don't want that narrative, right? Everybody thinks, this person, like Puff did it himself or Russell Simmons did it himself, right? Suge Knight did it himself. Jay-Z did it. No.
Well,
they all had people, but I'm just saying they all had people that helped them get there.
Right.
well, it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child, right? We know that you have to have a team to get where you at.
Absolutely.
Absolutely right.
My question to DJ Academics is, whether he's right or wrong, you're not the one to say anything.
Right.
Period. Respect your elders, bro.
Right.
You're not in a position to say anything about any legendary hip hop artist that came way before you. You're a baby at this, bro. You're not even in our age bracket. You were embryo to this. So my thing is, salute to you. You're making money, but you're gonna be there. So I challenge people to get old. Because a lot of people are being very disrespectful about people that are just old. It's not about just hip hop. He said old and dusty. That was the key word.
Right.
Was old and
call it-
dusty.
I call what he said. Yeah.
So there are those out there running their mouth about being old. Like it's like a trend to die young. Let me just say this. You some stupid motherfucker.
Well, he is stupid.
Stupid.
You know, hip hop has become, is where we're at now. It's a multi-billion-dollar global culture.
Now, with being said that, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar culture. And these kids are not even living to reap the benefits of it because
they're getting killed.
they're getting killed every hour.
With those book bags full of money.
'Cause I don't want to prolong the show too long.
Well, no, we still got a little time. It's okay.
You want to keep going?
No,
All right.
I mean, we actually, hold on. We actually could go until 9 and then we're done.
Okay.
See, this is the good thing about having your own studio, right?
Right.
Right.
You know,
right. Just want to be respectable.
right. So, but we'll.
This young lady I'm about to mention, but she was gunned down last week. Her name was a lot of cash.
Yeah, she was
Female.
signed to
Little Uzi, I think.
Yeah, she was signed to Little Uzi Verse label.
Right. I don't know the details of it, but from what I gather, she some God forgive me for saying this, but some would say the way she was running around. Some young man did a blog a couple of days ago and said she asked for it. I don't know what that means as far as what he was coming from. I don't know. Rest in peace to her. Rest in peace to her. Rest in peace to a lot of cash and condolences to the family.
Yes.
We are losing too many artists,
But there's
young artists, each and every other day. Damn
man,
it.
hold on a second. I'm going to tell you. There was her. Hold on. Okay, there was. Oh man. Okay, so then there was a LA rapper by the name of Key Richards. He was shot like two days ago.
Really?
Yeah. Then there's a lot of cash.
A lot of cash.
And then BFG Strap down. Yeah, that was so. I think with Ash, from what I understand, it was 2:00 in the morning. She's out driving, I guess, her Porsche SUV. But apparently prior or earlier, she's on Instagram, showing all this money. What has been happening is that you got a lot of these cats that really, zooming in on people's Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you're in I guess if they're in your area or what have you, and if you up here showing that you got stacks and stacks, somebody's gonna come looking. And I think that a lot of these young artists, they're flashing like they're untouchable.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because I remember when I was at a certain age, when I was like, 20, even younger than that, like maybe like 18 to 25, I felt like I was invincible. So a lot of the youngins, unfortunately, they grew up on social media, so they're immune to it. We dinosaurs to it. We had to adapt to it, right? So we pretty much understand what's going on. As opposed to the youngins, they immune to it. So it's second nature to them. Them beefing and showing their money and acting a fool on social media, that's nothing to them. Because the cameras and being on social media is just regular. They're not looking at the consequences because they're immune to it. That's just my opinion. So consequences is not a second thought for them. They just going by the moment because, being insecure comes a long way.
Of course, right.
So we're talking about youngins we talk about certain individuals that came from poverty, came from nothing. So all they want to do is flaunt. Yo, look at all the money I got. Look at the chain I got. That's their stripes to say, look, this is what it is. This is what I got. You know what I mean? Look at my knot. Look at my money. First of all, a lot of that money that they're flashing is not even real money. That's keep it a bean. But that's what they have a lot of pressure on them. Peer pressure. Listen, peer pressure comes. It still exists.
Of course.
So they want to show that they made it, that they're lit, that it's popping for them. You know what I mean? She didn't see that coming. She was just driving home. She didn't have no second thoughts of her getting her life taken. True story, right? A couple of about maybe about 3 years ago, I think it was. I did a show in Wyandanch, right?
I used to live in Wyandanch.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm glad you made it. Thank God. She survived. She survived clap. Wyandanch. For those that don't know about Wyandanch, Long Island.
Rakim is from Wyandanch. And so
Rakim.
What's the guy's name from House Party?
Oh, Groove.
No, wait.
Groove.
No, Chill.
And Groove.
No, he's
from Long Island, but not Wyandanch. He's from Brentwood. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's from Brentwood.
So when I be doing my shows, I'm used to rolling by myself, my comedy shows. I would go to Philly, Baltimore, whatever, by myself. That's me. That's what I do. I do a show in Wyandanch. I'm hosting this event by myself. Everything is cool.
Recently?
No, this is about like 3-4 years ago, right?
Well,
I ain't going no wine. I ain't doing no Wyandanch. If you're looking, I'm never going out there again. Thank you. Round of applause. Wyandanch is dangerous. They are dangerous.
I still have family there.
You what?
Yeah, I have family there still.
When was the last time you saw them?
I haven't seen them in a while, but they.
Round of applause.
No,
She ain't going back to Wyandanch. Them niggas will kill you. What? It's over. It's a wrap.
I go to Wyandanch. In fact, I was there a couple of months ago.
Let me find out that you gangster.
I mean, I'm not a youngin', but I'm not gonna say I'm gangster, but I'm not a punk.
Wow. You definitely bringing like light skins back, and you ain't a punk.
I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I was born in Long Island. Grew up in Brooklyn. I was in Brownsville, Bed-Stuy.
Oh, all right.
Shout out to the nigga being in Brownsville.
So Fefe, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I can get a million bitches. I can get a million bitches on one, you know what I'm saying? I can get a million bitches, Fefe, you know what I'm saying? Nah, so I did a show. I was hosting like this spot out in Wyandanch, right? So I had my peoples, they wanted to come to the next event, right? No need to get into the details, but one of the guys in the crowd, I was hosting, and it was this dude, he was with a biker crew.
Right.
And he kept heckling the comedians.
Oh.
Now you got the right motherfucker, cause I would fuck with me. So I get back on stage, and I lit his ass on fire. Right, pause. Right. To start, I say, "Yo, fuck with me." Destroyed him. Right. I go outside to smoke a cigarette. I'm talking to the dude. He's like, "Yo, man, I want to book you for an event." Da da da. So my phone goes off, vibrating. I look, and one of my people said, "D, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah." I look up. My peoples were standing right there, but they had a puzzled look on their face. They was just like, they you know that look.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What's going on?" So we chopping it up. He's like, "Yo, man, you funny, man. Da, da, da. Yo, I like you." Da, da, da. So my peoples will not move. So I go back upstairs, finish out the show. Come to find out, the dude had that on him. And it was getting ready to set me up. And my people saw what was going on. They were watching. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sipping, smoking. Hey, what's going on here? The show here. And they was trying to set me up. But luckily, I bought I had to bring my peoples with me.
Yeah.
But I'm used to rolling by myself. Now I'm a grown ass man.
Right.
I got hair on my underarms. I'm grown, right? And you know what I mean? I'm grown, so. So you got to be careful, and I say that to say this, like, a lot of these guys that are out here doing their thing, you got to have bodyguards.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
You know the history. Come on, you know the history of how it was in the late '80s and early '90s. People were like, how come the rappers, like, people like, shout out to Nas and them, like, they had the goons with them to protect them.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
see, hip hop has become a multi-million-dollar business, right? So. From a manager's standpoint, you have to have security for your artists. People remember when, for example, 50 Cent got shot. Do you know when Chris Lighty signed him to do management? Chris Lighty had four bodyguards on him night and day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them bodyguards was my uncle.
Okay.
Round of applause.
My uncle is. He was also Busta Rhymes' bodyguard. He was the bodyguard who got shot.
I know you're talking about.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, Chris had 4 bodyguards and 50 Cent night and day. Because Chris is one of the few managers that understand. Unfortunately, a lot of these new managers nowadays, they look at, oh, okay, I got this artist, he get this big money deal, I get my 20% cut, and that's about it, right? When you have an artist, your artist is a business. So you have to protect your artist.
Absolutely.
Right? When you're going out to the shows, you can't have your artist walking out there like that. Like,
Rest in peace to Biggie and Tupac.
Right? You can't have, and you know, those are situations.
You know what I'm just saying. Well, you know.
But I mean, you can't have your artists going out there like that. You have to be a lot more careful. The managers nowadays aren't like that. You know, you're getting these artists that's dying, Jesus Christ, every day.
And they're still not doing anything.
And they're not doing anything.
And they're
not,
still letting them roll around with all of this
you
cash.
Can't be, you can't, you know, if these, there's an old saying, and I remember my business manager saying this. He said a lot of these artists are worth a lot more dead than alive.
They put out insurance policies on them.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I think so. Actually, and I was going to talk about that on tomorrow's show.
Okay.
But no,
Shout out to the Real Discussion Podcast.
So there's a conspiracy, if you will, about Empire Distribution, that how a couple of these artists, because they're signed to Empire somehow put out insurance policies on them.
Oh shit!
Right, but that is not that's false.
Okay.
Right, that's false. Empire actually is a distribution company. Right, those type of deals are a lot different.
Okay.
Right, so with you know, PNB Rock, what's the dude from Tennessee, from Memphis? Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Extension.
Extension. Yeah.
So Empire does distribution deals.
Right.
And a lot of the labels they do. So in those type of deals, insurance is not set up like that.
Okay.
Now, and actually, most of those artists they own their masters, right? So that's different. So I think that for those people, and I've seen the videos online that's like, oh, you know, all the artists on Empire is a dying, which is not true, because Empire has about 200 artists that they have artist distribution deals with, and probably about 6 have died, and it's just coincidence.
Right.
Now, if we go back to the Tupac situation or the Biggie, that's a little different because Pac is signed to Death Row, which is Interscope.
Right.
Right? Biggie signed to Bad Boy, which is Arista. So at that level, I'm quite sure Arista had insurance on Biggie, right? I'm quite sure Interscope had insurance on Pac. But see, that's the conversation none of them want to have, because that's a whole different level.
Right.
When Michael Jackson did
This is it.
he was doing his last concert, AEG Live was the concert company. Now, when you do concerts, you have to have insurance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, and AEG Live, they took out insurance, which is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a different situation, right?
That's a whole nother conversation.
Right, but I'm just saying, but that is concerts. But when you're talking about record labels with artists, you know, the major labels probably would, more than likely would. But a company like Empire is not going to do that.
Okay.
Like, it's just like.
I mean, you know, look, this is all alleged.
But
okay.
I'm just saying, this is what people have been. the Empire conspiracy going on online, and people have made videos. And I'm just trying to, like, a lot of people talk about what they don't know.
Well, that's
or what they hear.
Well, that's the problem.
I'm speaking. Hold on a second. I'm speaking from what I do know, and I have attorneys that actually do deals.
Right.
Have done. My attorney Bob Celestin was the one that did the $10 million deal for Extension at Empire, and I've known Bob for 30 years. Okay. He did his stuff. He did all the stuff for Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I could go on and on. So I'm just saying, I never talk out the side of my face. So, but I'm just saying that there's the cats who online put up these videos and make these conspiracy accusations. That's all I'm saying, and it's not, and those are not true.
I had no idea until today. Shit.
I heard about that.
I didn't know
about
until
these
tonight.
Rings? They said like a few of the artists that died had some kind of ring.
They tried to tie all the ring, like Pac and these other artists. They apparently all had the same rings, and it's like some Illuminati stuff.
Oh.
Well, that's.
Yeah,
that's we gonna leave that alone. The control room, we don't socialize with the gang shit. You know what I mean? Gary had to give round of applause for Gary because that nigga had a moment, right? Gary attacked me. I ain't do shit. Gary was like, "Fuck that." I know these dudes. They wouldn't do shit like that. I'm like, I didn't say shit. Nigga, Gary made me feel like I was 5 years old. I was like, all right, okay, shit. Rest in peace to shout out to Empire. You know what I mean?
Anyway, hey, so.
That was good information, though.
Well, it's about giving the right information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, look, salute to Empire, salute to the TV show Empire. Shit, I mean,
it's about giving the right information.
Right.
And unfortunately, online, there are a lot of people, because they have a platform, because they have a platform and they may have seen something or what have you. They want to go talk about it, and they don't have the facts,
right?
Or they don't know the facts,
and some of them don't care about the facts,
and some of them don't care,
they
right?
Just want to talk about stuff.
Some of them
get views.
And just real quick, the chick that Cardi B took to court from YouTube,
talking about Tasha K.
Yeah, Tasha is like, oh well, I don't have to talk about the fact. Like it doesn't have to be factual. I could say whatever. Like what?
Well, look. Let me just make this real clear.
It's messy.
Let me make this real clear. I don't even know how the fuck we got to this place. What the fuck are we doing? Yo, this is the control room, man.
It's 9:00.
We out. Salute to all the podcasters out there doing their thing. You know what I mean? For those that tuned in, thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, I'd like to thank comedian Just Pan for showing up.
Yes.
She has a show coming up this Saturday at Broadway Comedy Club at 9:00. So for those that's not doing anything, make sure you'll tune in and pull up to the show. This is DOA at the Control Room.
Next week,
Gary Facts. My man Chinks. I can't forget Royal Hustle. Rock Logic, aka Royal. Her name is just Royal, right?
The company is Royal Hustler. I'm Royal.
She's royalty, okay? Salute to motherfucking Royal. Sticky, Rock Logic, once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to have my own show. Gary Facts, thank you for giving me the opportunity to have my own show. Chinks, thank you for being on the board and showing me love and support.
No doubt.
Thanks for everybody that tuned in. You know what I mean? And Royal, thank you for pulling up. Are you going to be here next week?
If my schedule permits.
Jesus Christ.
You might be in Brownsville.
You might be in Y Dance and shit, with the gangsters. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody. I will see y'all next week. And this time we're gonna try allegedly to start on time. Oh, and shout out to Robin also. Salute to Robin. Next week, the Control Room, we're gonna have comedian Woo. He just got a call to be on Comedy Central, and that same night that he's pulling up, he's gonna be at the Apollo. We may try to do the Zoom thing because I don't want him to be late for his show. So I'll see you guys next week. Each and every Thursday, the Control Room podcast will be popping off from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name is DOA, and I'm out. Salute.